Namaste my dear friends and welcome to another practice from the yoga chapter. My name is Neeru and I'll be practicing with you today. A good stretch practice can work wonders, at least from my experience. Whether I do it at the beginning of the day to just wake my body up, or at the end of a work day, when my muscles and my body has been in the same position for a while. A good stretch practice always makes me feel good, makes my body feel relaxed and stretched, and it's one of the best ways to get my day started or even end my day. So that's what we are going to do today. A good stretch practice. We are going to stretch out all parts of our body as much as possible, and we are going to make ourselves feel really good and leave the class having a good fully stretched body and even relaxed mind. Let's get started. So we'll begin lying down on our backs, taking up as much of space as possible on our mat, feeling our heels, the back of our legs, our back, the back of our heads resting on the mat. Taking a couple of long deep breaths, bringing ourselves to the mat, both in body and in mind. Taking a couple of long deep breaths here. If you feel like it, when you feel like it, slowly bring your eyes to a close and withdraw completely into yourself. Now before we fall asleep, gently bring your hands to touch at our heart center. Adopt that Namaskara Mudra. Let's begin by taking 3 long breaths, inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouths. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out on an exhale. Let's do that 2 more times at our own pace, at our own breath. Inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouths. One more time here. At the end of your third exhale, release your hands by the side of your body. And if your eyes were closed, with a few blinks, open your eyes and look straight up towards the ceiling. Bringing a gentle smile on your face. Bring your feet together if they were apart, your heels touching one another, keeping your toes flexed. And on an inhale, lift your right knee off the mat, plant your right feet, interlace your fingers, lift your right feet off the mat and place that interlace just above your right knee. Take a deep inhale here, flexing the toes of both your feet. On an exhale, slowly bring your right knee closer and closer to the right part of your chest. Feeling your lower back pressing down on the mat, keeping your legs active. And you can stay here pressing your knee towards your chest, or you can start moving your right feet. However it is that you want. You can take ankle rotations, you can flex your toes front and back, whatever works for you. You can even stay still. Making sure that you don't forget to breathe, taking longer and longer breaths, withdrawing completely into yourself. Now release your left palm and place it on top of your left thigh, and with your right peace fingers, that is your right index and middle finger, catch hold of your right big toe, flex the toes of your left feet, and on an inhale gently start lifting your right leg, straightening it up, pointing with the insides of your right feet towards the ceiling as much as possible, Your leg may be straight or your knees may be bent. Your right knee may be bent. Whatever works for you. Just feel that stretch along the whole of your right feet. Starting from your ankle, your shin, your thigh. Feeling that stretch along your whole right feet. Flexing the toes of your left feet. And breathe. Now from here, slowly lift your left hand and hold your right big toe with your left hand and stretch your right hand perpendicular to your body. We are going to bring our right feet towards the left side of our body. Take a deep inhale and on an exhale, gently start bringing your right feet towards the left side of your mat. Make sure your shoulders are pressing down on the ground. Even if it means that your feet is not all the way touching your ground, that's fine. Keep your shoulders firmly pressing down on the mat and breathe. Feeling that twist. You can either look up towards the ceiling or gently shift your gaze towards that right hand. Don't forget to breathe. Experience that twist, breathing into your twist. As you inhale, as slowly as possible, lift your right leg back up. Now, catch your right ankle. If you're not able to reach your ankle, catch your right shin, keeping your leg as straight as possible. Catching your right ankle or shin with both your hands, flexing the toes of both your feet. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently lift your head and your shoulders off the mat, bringing your nose closer and closer to that right knee. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, slowly start bringing your right knee closer and closer to your body, experiencing that nice stretch. Keeping that left feet firmly pressing down on the mat. It has a tendency to lift up here. Working on your core, keeping your toes flexed. Just one more breath here. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently release your head and your shoulders to the mat. Release your right leg back down to the mat and breathe. I don't know about you, but my right leg definitely feels as though it is longer than my left leg. Let's correct that, shall we? On your next breath in, lift your left knee off the mat, plant your left feet, interlace your fingers, lift your left knee off, left feet off the mat. Place that interlace on top of that left knee. Flex the toes of both your feet. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly squeeze your left knee towards the left part of your chest, flexing the toes of both your feet. Feeling that lower back pressing down on the mat. Breathing here. Keeping your head, your mind, your breath as relaxed as possible. Now slowly release your right hand and place it on top of your right thigh. With your left peace fingers, your index and middle finger, catch hold of your left big toe. Take a deep inhale and slowly lift your left feet, pointing your left feet up towards the ceiling, straightening that left leg, feeling that nice stretch along the whole of your left leg, and breathe. Flex your toes. Keeping your leg as straight as possible. Keeping your mind calm. If it wanders, just bring it back. Now lift your right hand, place and bring your right index and middle finger and hold your left big toe with your right hand. Release your left hand perpendicular to your body. Now we are going to bring our left feet towards the right side of our mat. Take a deep inhale, and on an exhale, slowly bring your left feet closer and closer to your right side, to the right side of your mat. Try to keep it as straight as possible. and try to make sure that your shoulders are firmly pressing down to the mat. The left shoulder has a tendency to lift up. It's okay if your left feet is not touching the ground on the right side, that's fine. Just keep your shoulders on the mat and keep your leg as straight as possible and breathe. Shifting your gaze towards that left hand. Last breath here. Inhale, lift your left leg back up to center. Catch your left ankle or your left shin with both of your hands, keeping your leg as straight as possible. Take a deep inhale and keeping your toes flexed. On an exhale, lift your head and your shoulders off the mat, bringing your nose as close to your left knee as possible. Take a deep inhale and on an exhale, gently bring your left feet closer and closer to your body, increasing that stretch along your left leg. Keep those toes flexed and breathe. Giving your toes one last flex. Take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, slowly release your body back down, releasing your head, your shoulders, your legs back down to the mat. Experiencing your body, feeling how stretched out it is. Without losing a momentum, on your next breath in, lift both of your knees off the mat, plant your feet. We are going to do a couple of rocks and we are going to come to sit in a Yogi Squat. So take your own sweet time, lifting your feet off the mat, take a couple of rocks, 3 or 4, massaging your lower back, breathing deeply. I always feel like a child when I do this. At the end, coming to sit in a Yogi Squat, Marichasana posture. Bringing your hands to your heart center or having it planted on the ground if that's what you feel like today. Breathing deeply, feeling that stretch moving to our hips now. You can stay stationary or you can slowly rock your body from side to side. Whatever you feel like doing today. And always constant is that breath, your attention to your breath. Now from here, if your hands were on your heart center, bring your palms down to the mat and gently lift your hips up, coming to a forward fold posture. Your legs may be straight, your knees may be bent. Your hands firmly on the mat, your palms facing down. Again here you can stay still or you can gently rock your body from side to side. Moving your head yes, no. Moving your neck, your chin pressing your opposite shoulders. Now from here we are going to come to a low lunge with our right leg forward. So as you inhale, gently step your left leg back, stepping it as far back as possible and bring both of your hands on either side of your right foot. Keeping your left knee off the mat, rocking your body forward and backward. Now, firmly plant your left palm down to the mat and on an inhale, lift your right hand up, pointing up towards the ceiling, stretching it as high as possible. Coming to an easy twist on the lunge side here. And breathe. Opening up your chest. Take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, bring your right hand to the insides of your right feet. As if you're coming to a runner's lunge, the lizard pose. But we are not going to take the lizard pose today. Instead, bring your left heel down to the mat. We are going to take Skandasana. So bring your hand as if you're bringing your hands to the center of your mat. Bring it close to your right leg. Lift your left toes off the mat. bending your right knee, and come to Skandasana posture. Working on our right hip. Now you can stay here with your hands pressing down on the ground, or gently adopt the Namaskara Mudra. Your right shoulder pressing the insides of your right knee, and look towards that left feet. And breathe here. Flexing your left toes, feeling that nice stretch along your right hip, that stretch along your left hamstring. Smile. Alright, from here, plant your hands down if they were at your heart center. Bring your left toes to the mat. Slowly move your hands towards your left feet. We are going to come to a low lunge on the left side. So lift your right heels off the mat. You'll be facing the back of your mat now, that's fine. And slowly bend your left knee. And come to a low lunge facing the back of your mat with your left feet forward and your right leg back. Slowly rocking your body back and forth. Let's take that twist now. So plant your right palms down this time. Keep your right knee lifted off the mat, and on an inhale, lift your left hand up, pointing it up towards the ceiling. Pressing down into that right palm, keeping your right knee lifted, bending nicely into that left feet, and breathe. Feeling that stretch, that opening up of your chest. Last breath here. Take a deep inhale, stretch your left hand a little bit up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, bring your left palm to the insides of your left feet as if you're going to come into a runner's lunge. And now, bring your right heel to the mat and gently lift your right toes to the mat. Bringing your hands as if you're bringing your hands to the middle of the mat but not quite there yet. Flexing the toes of your right feet, coming to that Skandasana posture. Now you can stay here with your palms pressing down on the ground, or press your left shoulder into your left knee and bring your hands to your heart center. Look towards that right toes, flexing your right feet. Feel that stretch along your left hip, along your right hamstring. Last breath here. If your hands were at your heart center, slowly bring your hands down to the mat. Bring your right toes to the mat, lifting your hips up. Slowly walk your hands towards your right leg and gently step your left leg forward. And slowly bring your hips down and come to sit in Dandasana with your legs stretched out in front of you. Now from here, we are going to just work on stretching out our back and our chest a little bit. So the easier version would be to take a reverse tabletop, and you're absolutely welcome to do that. Just keep your knees bent and lift your hips up. But if you feel like doing it today, let's take the Purvottanasana posture, the liver pose. So keep your heels firmly pressing down to the mat. Keep your feet together, your legs as straight as possible. Bring your hands behind you, a palm print behind you, your fingertips pointing towards the front of your mat so that your chest is expanded. Now from here you can either take the reverse tabletop, which is with your knees bent, stepping your legs towards your knees and with your knees bent. But if you want to take the liver pose, the Purvottanasana posture, gently press into your fingertips, press into your heels and work your core as you take a deep inhale and lift your hips up off the mat as if you're emulating a liver. Take a deep inhale. You can stay here working on this posture. This is perfectly fine too. If you want to take it a little further, gently bring your toes to the mat and slowly drop your head back, stretching out your chest, your upper back, lifting your hips as high as possible, dropping your head back, and breathe. Take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, slowly lift your head up. Gently bring your hips back down to the mat. Bring your hands forward. I don't know about you, but my back, my chest feels really good. Now, let's just take two more postures. One of it is a twist, Marichasana C. So bend your right knee, plant your right feet. Bring your right hand behind your body, fingertips pointing to the back of your mat. Flex the toes of your left feet. And on an inhale, lift your left hand up, stretching it up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Your left shoulder to the outside of your right knee if you feel like doing it today. And on an exhale, gently twist your body, open up your right shoulders and look over your right shoulders. And breathe. You can stay here with your hands with your left hand lifted. Otherwise, gently bring your left hand towards your right toes and catch hold of your right toes with your left hand if you feel like doing it today. Just work towards it, whatever works. Twisting from your waist region, experiencing that stretch. Your breaths may get shorter as it is bound to with any twist, but just do the best that you can do. Take as long and deep breaths as you can. Last breath here. On an inhale, gently lift your left hand back up, stretch it up. And on an exhale, release your left hand by the side of your body, straighten your right leg, bringing it along your left feet, coming back to that Dandasana. Let's repeat the same thing on the other side. So lift your left knee off the mat, plant your left feet, bring your left hand behind you, your fingertips pointing to the back of your mat. Flex the toes of your right feet. Take a deep breath in, lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. And on an exhale, bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee, your right shoulder to the outside of your left knee. Take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, twist your body, open up your left shoulders and look over your left shoulder. Flex the toes of that right feet. You can stay here. If you want to take it a little further, with your right hand, slowly clasp your left toes. Opening up your chest with every exhale. And take as long and deep breaths as you can. Twisting from your waist, feeling your body detoxifying. I love to do twists early in the morning. It really helps with the detoxification. Last breath here, opening up your chest a little further to the left side. Take a deep inhale. And on an exhale, gently release your right hand back. Release your left feet back down to the ground. And now let's gently on an inhale, lift both of your knees off the mat. Bring your feet as close to your body and give yourself a nice big hug. Hugging your knees as close to your chest as possible. You can keep your feet on the mat or you can lift your heels up, bringing your body, making as small a circle, as small a bundle with your body as possible. Giving your whole body a nice big squeeze. Last breath here. And slowly release your feet back down to the ground if they were lifted. And come to a comfortable seated posture for the pranayama practice for today. Now, we are going to be doing the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. If you would like to take a couple of moments and understand what this pranayama is all about, I will leave a link in the description box below. You can check out the video that we did on Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. If you are an experienced practitioner, which I'm sure most of you are, let's begin 5 rounds of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. So just for the benefits of those who are new, let me explain it as briefly as possible. So for Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, we will adopt the chin mudra with our left hand, or we can leave our left hand loose. Adopt the Nasika mudra with our right hand. Our right thumb always closes our right nostril. Our right ring finger always closes our left nostril. And the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama is you inhale through the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril, and then you inhale through the right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. That's one round of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. We'll be doing 5 rounds of Nadi Shodhana Pranayama today. Let's begin. Taking a couple of long deep breaths here. Getting ready for our Nadi Shodhana practice. Bringing our minds to quiet down, or as quiet as we can get it to be. Adopt the chin mudra with your left hand and adopt the nasika mudra with your right hand. You can keep your eyes open, but I'd recommend that you gently bring it to a close. Making our breaths longer and longer, sitting up straight, keeping our minds relaxed. Take a deep inhale through both your nostrils and exhale completely. Let's begin 5 rounds. Close your right nostril with your right hand. Inhale through the left nostril. Close your left nostril. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Close your right nostril and exhale through the left nostril. Let's continue this for 5 more rounds at our own pace. Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. At the end of your current round, release your right hand back to your right knee and release the mudras from both your hands. Keep your eyes closed, and if your eyes were open, I'd request you to bring them to a close. And take a couple of moments here, observing your whole body, observing your breath. let's end the practice just like the way that we started it. Bringing our hands to our heart center, sitting up straight. Let's take 3 long breaths, inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouths. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out on an exhale. Doing it 2 more times at our own pace. At the end of your 3rd exhale, with your 2 blinks, open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me at your practice today. I hope you feel better. I hope your body feels stretched out and your mind feels completely loose and relaxed. Wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you next week. May peace be upon the whole of this planet. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Until next time then, stay safe and take care, my friend. Bye.